The Guest. It was the early 1980s. Assad was an engineering student at the university. To help with his expenses, he gave private tuition to school children in the evenings, usually between 7 and 8. Most of his students lived nearby, but one of them, Imad, lived much farther away.
The journey was inconvenient, but Imad's family paid Assad well, so he never complained. Imad was their only child, and his parents lived with him in a large, old-fashioned house in one of the wealthier parts of the city.
That evening, after leaving university, Assad went straight to Imad's house for their usual lesson. The neighborhood was unusually quiet. Assad walked up to the large iron gate and rang the bell. Once. Nothing. He waited. Then he rang it again. Still nothing. After nearly 5 minutes, he pressed the bell several more times. Finally, he heard footsteps from inside. The front door slowly opened, and Assad saw her. A young woman stood in the doorway. She was extraordinarily beautiful. The woman smiled. "Yes?" Assad straightened himself. "I'm here to teach Imad. I'm his tuition teacher." The woman smiled again. "Oh, yes. Imad isn't home right now. He went out with his parents. They'll be back shortly." She stepped aside. "Please, come in. They shouldn't be long." The woman led him into the formal sitting room. Assad sat down. The woman took a seat opposite him. They began talking. She told him that she was a relative of Imad's family and was visiting them for a few days. Assad listened, but he found it difficult to concentrate. He kept looking at her. There was something mesmerizing about her. After several minutes, the woman stood. "Would you like something to drink?" Assad politely declined. No, that's all right." She smiled. "At least let me make you some tea." Before he could answer, she walked toward the kitchen. Assad watched her disappear through the doorway. He smiled to himself. Imad never mentioned having a cousin this beautiful. He leaned back into the sofa and waited. 5 minutes passed. Then 10. Then someone walked into the house. "Sir Assad!" He turned. It was Imad. "Sir, how did you get inside?" Assad laughed. "What do you mean? Your cousin opened the door." Imad stared at him. "My cousin?" "Yes, the girl who opened the door. She said she's visiting your family." Imad shook his head. "None of my cousins are visiting. And, sir, this house was locked. I locked it myself before leaving with my parents." Assad couldn't believe what Imad was telling him. "No," he said, shaking his head. "That's not possible. She went into the kitchen." Then the two of them walked slowly down the hallway. "Sir Assad," Imad whispered, "don't go in there." But Assad was already approaching the kitchen. He pushed the door open. Nothing. The kitchen was completely empty. Assad suddenly felt sick. "I think I should leave," he said quietly. Imad looked at him with concern. "Sir, are you all right?" "I'm fine. I just don't feel well." Assad left the house that night and never returned.